And I will say what won't be, or God, I hope it's not in the budget. There will not be hundreds of millions of dollars set aside in this budget to make this country carbon neutral or net zero. I think very quietly the politically correct madness of climate change has died. And I am hoping this is the first budget in a generation or two where there is no new spending on the ridiculous fairy tale which is man-made global warming. I note media reports in recent weeks of a record amount of ice in Antarctica. Remember the Antarctica that was meant to have no ice left by 2020. I see Radio New Zealand 2 years ago published a dire warning about ice levels at the poles based on computer modelling. I suggest that Radio New Zealand and their woke mates go down to Antarctica and see the record amounts of continental ice that have formed around the South Pole. And I note Greta Thunberg, she who's had her childhood stolen, or at least her sense of logic and reason, she's now jumping on ships. She's all about Gaza. She's all from the river to the sea. And the reason for that is that just very quietly, climate change, like the Titanic of stupidity it was, has slipped beneath the waves. In some ways, it's run into its own iceberg, and that is the fact that icebergs still exist. This doesn't mean the world doesn't stop trying to clean itself up, to be more efficient in our use of energy, to stop polluting our environment, and to save endangered species and special ecosystems. But I hope this budget shows that no longer are we beating ourselves over the back with a birch stick, wearing sackcloth and ashes, and pretending that destroying our economy in the interest of climate radicalism was or is a good idea. So that's the one thing I don't want to see in today's budget. I expect some pain in terms of reduced government assistance or tax assistance for superannuation or super fund savings. I also expect some relief, now that I understand what it is, for the depreciation tax regime. And other than that, not an extra cent in spending. It will be a parsimonious budget, as it should be. And meantime, if we're not spending more money or saving much money, could we just get on with winning the culture war and getting rid of racist hiring policies at parliamentary services and across our public services? That might not put any more money in your back pocket or my back pocket, but hell, it would make me feel better about the country that I live in.